Hello and welcome to the finale video for my banqueting build log for Stronghold Kingdoms. In this video I'll be covering my progress in days 57 to 63 and also going over some of the overall stats from this build since I'm sort of concluding it here at Prince rank. This has been standard for me in the past build log that I did for no cards. I also completed that at Prince rank, so I intended on continuing that way. Now, I haven't reached the rank of Prince yet because I wanted to save it up and do it during the video. So I have around 936,000 honor, and there you go. Now, Prince 25th in line. According to this log, it took me 64 days to actually hit the rank of Prince. Well, you might notice, anybody who's paying attention to what I was doing, that I'm actually missing 2 villages. And yes, I got 2 of my villages captured. Now, well, razed to be more accurate, and it's funny that I mentioned this in the last video, but let's see if we can find it. Now, it should be noted that they weren't defended, so yeah. You know, I really can't say a whole lot for the attacker because this is pretty much a walk in the park. You're really not that much skill required to raise villages like this. It's a shame that I let this one be raised so easily. I'm very disappointed by that, but yeah, I really didn't care at that point. I just wanted it to be over with. I think a lot of playthroughs sort of peter out towards the end. You lose the motivation. Other people aren't as motivated either. Yeah, so I lost 2 of my villages. I don't intend on taking them back. As a matter of fact, I might run a giveaway in a future video and give away these villages because I really don't plan on playing this world anymore. The reason I played it was to do this log, to see how it would go. That was pretty much the objective of this build. In my time spent here was to do this log, and I really don't have any reason to continue playing this world. It is largely dead. Currently, well, if the leaderboard ever loads, we have around 8,000 players, which isn't that great, especially considering it's still in the first age. Yeah, I don't see this world going anywhere. When the mobile app launches for the game, I don't see it picking up at all, really. So I'm pretty much done with this world, so I probably will be running a giveaway for anybody who's interested in taking over some of these villages. Otherwise, I might just reset them to the default, you know, tier 0, no buildings. I don't intend on letting anybody have an easy walk-in if I can help it, okay? I think you should earn my villages, my crappy, terribly organized villages if you want them. Otherwise, just raise them, you know. If you want the enjoyment, the pleasure of raising them, yeah, feel free to work for it. Or you could, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the contest, but I mean, that's what I'm thinking about right now. So it could change in the future, but stay tuned for that if you're interested. Okay, getting down to research, I put those last 3 points into Fletching, maxing it out at level 8. In the education tab of the research tree, I put 1 research point into Stockpile Capacity. Going back over to the industry tab, I put 4 points into the Banqueting technology, so it unlocked all 8 good types now, in case I want to use them all. I wanted to do it for a quest. I also put 1 point into Armour working, increased the production of that a bit, and then I changed directions again and decided I wanted to start working on monks, so I put 1 more point into Ordination. And that pretty much concludes research. When it comes to quests, I completed Fabulous Host 5, obviously, after finishing researching those additional banqueting technologies that unlocked access to more good types. So that is pretty much it for what I did in the past week. Not a whole lot. I actually lost more, I'd say, than I achieved. Okay, anyway, let's get into some of these stats from this build. Now, this will cover all 64 days, essentially just good stats that I did. So I completed a total of 314 researches. I made 26,109,409 honor overall from banquets. I made 1,428,243 gold from selling or trading with parishes. That was greatly assisted, I'll have to say, by premium tokens. I didn't really realize how handy the premium token came in for trading until I actually started doing it when I had this many villages. It was so much handier to be able to just jump inside the village, hit the merchant tab, select the default exchange, and then hit the up and down buttons, so that way I could find the best price instantly. Much easier than doing it manually. So, you know, if you're thinking about premium token, are playing a premium token, and you're a higher rank and you're not going to be needing it so much for the research queue or the building queue, if you're trading, I'd still recommend it. It's really a good investment, especially considering how much we're spending on cards to do this build. Now, the number of cards overall that I played for this build was 698, so almost 700 cards. The total card points that these would cost would be 7,106. Now, this is considering that you trade them all in for the base of 5 points per card, because you need 5 cards to trade in for 25 points, and I didn't factor in any bonuses because they can't be relied on. So according to this, the total card points needed 7,106. That divided that by 5, we would need 1,421 cards to trade in to get those points, which means that we would need, because there are 5 cards per pack, we would need 284 card packs to get enough cards to trade in. Now, this is assuming that we're going to go ahead and buy all the cards, trade them all in, get the cards that we want, and then play them, which is very inefficient. But in other words, it's something that can be replicated, which I really was putting a lot of emphasis on. And with the exception of 1 card, or it was 3, I played 3 advanced tailoring cards before I realized they couldn't be bought. With the exception of that, all the cards that I used in this log can be bought with card points. So very close to being easily replicable. Anyway, while we're trading, we need 284 card packs. Now, the cheapest card packs, if you're just going to be trading them in for card points, would be either the industry or food pack. So we're going to be using a base of 8 crowns per 5 cards, which means we will need around 2,274 crowns to complete this build. If we buy the cheapest crowns, each crown costs around 5 cents, and I'm going with the US dollars here. So yeah, the cheapest crown bundle, because that has a greater discount than the other ones. If we go by that, 5 cents each card, it brings us to a total of $114, or around 100 euros, or 81 British pounds, to complete this build. And that, like I said, that would be if none of the cards that you bought with card packs were actually useful and you had to trade them all in for 5 card points. And that's unlikely. So I would say at a maximum, this build will cost you around $115, which isn't that bad, considering it's about the price of two regular full-priced games. I don't know. It's, value is arbitrary. It's assigned by the buyer. I understand that when it comes to statistics, it is a little bit difficult to visualize it when listening to it, or when it's presented to you in an audio medium. So I'll also be including all of these stats that I worked in the description below this video, so that if anybody's interested in looking over my numbers, double checking them even, you're welcome to do that. I would encourage anybody to point out any discrepancies, so that way it's a more accurate assessment or overview. And I want to note that I did round up a few small things when it came to decimals. Well, round it up or round down, depending upon what the number was. So I think that's pretty much it for this week and for this build. I hope you enjoyed it, and I might do another build sometime. There are some ideas that could be done. A military build, but I don't know if I'd have the time for that. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, if you watched all the way through this, and I hope to see you in some of my other videos.
Stronghold Kingdoms. The battle has just begun.